last time, if you recall, last week I wanted you to just look at my schedule and tell me just anything that's glaring. I'd like to go over my workouts. So I know it looks confusing here, so I'll just briefly explain. I have 5 days, a 5-day rotation. Each day is supposed to be full body, except one of the 5 days, one muscle group isn't going to be worked. So for example, my triceps, I will work 4 of those 5 days. Now, these symbols here mean that I rotate each week between these 2 exercises. Sometimes there's 3, so I'll rotate between 3. And then over here is where I'm actually recording. So yesterday I did day 3, November 20th. So I did front squat, I did bar holds, lat prayer, butterfly lateral raises. The bolts are because I had a shoulder injury, so I'm doing a little bit different work. But I'll also rotate over here I'll rotate each cycle between 4 and 6 reps, that's heavy, between 8 and 12 reps, that's medium, and between 15 and 20 reps. This week I'm on the 15 and 20 rep side. Next week I'll do the heavy side. Last week you can see I did 11 reps here. That's what that means. 75 kilos. I'm in Colombia for 20 reps, for 14 reps, and then I went down to 70 kilos for 16 reps for that front squat. And I did another video that I'll link up here where I talk about how to create a workout plan, just the different varieties that you might want to do. If there was, now that you saw my 5-day split, if there's 1 or 2 or 3 glaring things that I might improve, what would they be?
Okay, so let's go back up. I think we have hamstring work. Yes. They want deadlift. So deadlift is like a little bit of a mix, a little bit of hamstring, a little bit of quad, depending a little bit on how you perform it as well. So I would say this day is a little bit light on legs, which is fine if all the other days it lags more. And then one of these days adds for your delt work, so that's taken care of then. And then day 3, so this day sits the hamstring super well. Squat, front squat, and so this day doesn't have hamstring work, so I would probably add hamstring work here, maybe at least half the volume that you normally do, like leg curl or something.
Okay.
And then day 4, probably add a little bit of quad work here, although we have it on every other day, right? So I would add leg extensions if you're doing Romanian deadlifts. Like calves overall, okay. I think you're hitting pretty well. Also all the supplementary work. And then here you're hitting it with back extensions, also hit the glutes extra. How much do you care about your erector spinae, like your lower back?
I think I have somewhat of back problems, not so much in the sense that most people say that, but I sitting in chairs is very uncomfortable for me. It has to be a very specific chair for me, and then it's comfortable. You saw me put a pillow in here. Right. And I think hitting the erector spinae for me helped me with that. So in that sense, important.
Right. Well, if the exercises hurt, then you want to keep the volume moderate. But if you feel like exercise actually makes it better, then you could probably benefit from some extra erector spinae work. You have quite some core work. Day 5, probably overall okay, because you have the back extensions and a leg press or something, or similar movement. Together they are probably okay for the erector spinae. Leg press takes the back mostly out of it, but it still trains the very lower part, which especially around the pelvis. And then if we go up for the day 4, we have Romanian deadlift hits them super hard, but hip thrusts basically don't hit them. But then if you make it so that you have the bent over rows, because they're bent over, right? The 45 degree.
Correct.
Yeah. If you make it so that you always have the bent over row with the hip thrust and the motorcycle row with the Romanian deadlift, then it's pretty balanced.
Okay.
And then day 3, let's see. Squats, of course, great for the back. Day 2. Day 2 you also have farmer walk, I see, which hits them a little bit. And the shrugs. Do you do the shrugs standing or on like a bench?
Standing, that's with a barbell, 45 degrees out like this.
All right, so standing plus core work plus farmer walks, that I would say that counts for the erector spinae, decent stimulus at least. And then day 1 you had the deadlift, so that hits it super well. So then you're pretty good for the lower back. In general, I tend to err on the side of being a little bit conservative for the lower back versus erring on the side of a little bit extra for muscles like the side delts and stuff.
Okay.
Because, the lower back injuries can be really debilitating, and aesthetically, the erector spinae are not a prime concern for most people.
Right.